Hello everyone, hope you're well. So today I'm parked up in Edale car park and I'm now on the Pennine Way heading towards the bottom of Jacob's Ladder. So tonight I'm going to do a wild camp, Kinder Scout, probably Kinder Low, that sort of area. Work my way over to Jacob's Ladder, up to the top, over to the left hand side on the edge there. So I've got my MSR Elixir 1 tent with me, backpack, Osprey, Rug 65 litre and fire maple stove to do a bit of tea later on. So I'll keep heading this way, walking towards Jacob's Ladder, and I'll switch camera back on a bit later on if there's any nice views up towards the top. And once I've found somewhere to camp, I'll stick the camera on then and show you setting up the tent and when it's all set out, ready for the camp for tonight. Catch you in a bit. Hello. Right, I'm at Jacob's Ladder at the bottom, so I've got two choices here. I can either go that way, the traditional way, or up that way, which is the old pack horse route. Today, traditional route, so I'll start making my way up there. Not too far to go now, nearly at the top. That is Edale Rocks just in front of me there. Just working my way up. As I get over the top here, I should get a better view down into the valley. So slightly better view now. Just make out over there, that's the wool packs. And if I keep panning round, you can just see down there into the Vale of Edale. That's pretty much where I came from over there. So I'm going to carry on, make my way up to Edale Tree Point, and from there head over to find somewhere to camp. Right, so that's me at the Tree Point, Edale. So I'm now going to head over in that direction, over towards the edge, overlooking Manchester, and find somewhere to get this tent up, get a coffee on, get nice and warm, and get settled, ready for the night. This is it, this is my little spot for the night. It's quite windy up here, so I might have to put the tent the other way around, facing away from the edge, just to give me a bit more shelter really, which is a shame, but I think that's the best thing to do tonight. Over there you can just make out Kinder Reservoir. Turn around so you can hear me a little bit better. Yeah, it's really windy up here. I didn't bring the mic, I should have brought a mic with me. I'm going to get the tent set up and get the kettle on. Right, I've got the tent set up, I've got my hat on, I've got my gloves on because it's a bit chilly, a bit windy. So I've got nothing in it yet, so I'm going to unpack the bag, get everything laid out. I'll show you that when I've got all that laid out in there. It is windy up here, so I'm hoping this wind drops in a bit. I'll just give you a quick look. So there's the tent, you can see the reservoir in the distance. Not a bad little spot to be fair. Once we've got unpacked then, I'll switch the camera back on and show you it all set up. Right, that's me all set up in the tent now, so what I'll do is I'll take you inside, show you all the equipment I've got set up for me. Just over time, it's just the things that I find that I like and what works for me really. So I'll take you inside now. So in the porch area, I've got my backpack at the back there out the way, and I've just put all the sort of bags and everything that the tents come in all inside there out the way, so I know where they are. The carrier bag's got all my food in it. I've got the fire maple stove there for cooking in a bit, a bottle of water, cup, and then going inside the tent I use the Big Agnes Rapid SL sleeping mat, which I find really good, and my sleeping bag, because it's still quite chilly. I've got the OEX, as you can see, EV900. I think it goes down to about -9, but they never really do. Blow up pillar, then I've got a fleece pillar on top of that, just for a bit of extra comfort. And then going down to the bottom of the tent, I've got down jacket, down trousers, got my Kindle there ready to use later, down booties. I have brought some heated socks with me. I've never used these before, battery operated. The batteries are in the socks there, so I'll put them on later, give you a review on that. And then obviously got the lamp dangling down for when it gets dark a bit later on. So what I'll do now is I actually always have a cup of soup before I have my tea. It's a little starter that I always enjoy, so I'm going to get that on the go now, have a cup of soup, and then think about getting some food on. Well, that's a cup of soup made. Tomato, my favourite. We've got a bread roll, a little bit of country music on the phone. What more do you want on a Tuesday night? Right, that's the food all made. I've just boiled it up. I've not shown you me boiling it up. It's not the most interesting of things. So I have these. I'm going to have to stop calling them wet pouches. It's the Dolmio Pronto. I always have the pasta and sauce tomato and chilli ones. I usually have a couple of these because I do like my food. So I'm going to crack this open now. Hopefully that's cooked it. So I boil it and then just leave it to simmer just for a few minutes. So I've got one of the extended spoons, which are nice. So just give it a stir up. Oh, smells great. Look at that. Proper food. Yeah, nice and hot, really tasty these. So this is one of two that I'm going to have, and then I'll have a coffee, and I've got like some little biscuits and things. I'll try not to have too much, to be honest. Right, I'll finish this. I'm going to turn the camera off for now, have my tea, and then hopefully, there's no sunset out there as such, but when it starts to get last light, I'll put the camera on and see what's what. Alright then. So, I've had a cup soup starter with a bread roll, then I had my pasta, I only ended up having one in the end, and then now I'm on dessert. I've got a coffee and a yoghurt bar just to finish off the meal, and then we'll have a quick scout outside, see what it's like. I don't think it's that great, to be honest. I've got the door open, I'll just show you. But it's a bit windy, a little bit cold. So I'll have a mooch about for a bit. It'll be dark soon, and then I'll get the tent buttoned down, and it'll be time to relax. I'll get the Kindle going, I'll get my down clothes on, and get settled in all nice and warm and comfy. But it's been good so far. I'm really enjoying myself. Nice bit of food. I've just come out. I'm going to check the guidelines and just have a mooch about it, just make sure everything's sorted before we get in the tent. It is actually starting to get dark. The camera doesn't really show that. It tells that it's lighter than it is. So just have a quick check around this tent. I mean, shouldn't really have brought it. If I'd have known it was going to be so windy, I'd have brought me Vern 1. I've had to face the opposite way from the valley just to be so the porch is out of the woods. But I mean, these are quite flimsy, these guidelines, but she's solid, to be fair. I don't think she's going to come away tonight. No problem in it anyway. Yeah, it's see, you can tell by the this tent is flat at the back, really. It would be better if the door facing but yeah, not a bad spot to be fair. That's Manchester over there. You probably can't see it, but the lights are just coming on in the city. I'll try it later, but I don't think the camera's going to pick it up in the dark really. I'm using a DJI Action 5, which is a decent camera. I'm actually thinking, let's turn the camera around. I'm actually thinking of getting a drone, and I've heard the Neo 2 is quite good. If anyone's used one, let me know please, if it's worth getting, just to get some aerial shots. I'm just trying to expand what I'm doing here with the videos, and just enjoying it and having a bit of fun with it really. But I'm going to get back in the tent now. Everything seems fine out here, so when it gets a bit darker, I'll get out and just have a look around and see if the camera picks anything. So I'll catch you in a bit. Right, I've just got out the tent for a final check, make sure it's all tight and we haven't got any issues before I batten down the hatches for the night. So there we go, it all looks good, it's all still tight, rock solid that, so no issues there really. Not really a lot to see now. There's Manchester over there. If I turn the light off, you might see it a bit better. There we go. So that all that is Manchester in the distance. Just turn the light back on. You can see. You can't see, to be fair. But yeah, so it's all good. It's getting to the point where I'm just gonna batten down the hatches, get in. I've been listening to some music, been quite chilled, to be fair. So I might read for a bit with the Kindle. Time's getting on now, it's getting a bit late. I need to put these heated socks on still, and give you a review on them. Right, I'm going to get back in, get these socks on, see if they warm my feet up or not. Back in the tent, doors are shut, all toasty warm, apart from my feet. So I said I'd talk about my cold feet and these socks that I've bought. So I always suffer from cold feet. Like, I can be in the tent, I'm in the sleeping bag, toasty warm, apart from my feet. They're just like blocks of ice all the time. So I thought, right, what can I do? So I've tried putting like extra pairs of socks on. I've had like 3 pairs of socks on, those big thick ones, nothing, still like ice. So I bought these socks with batteries on them, and they're supposed to heat your feet up. So it sounds a bit bizarre. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Time will tell. So I'll put the camera down in a minute, spin it around, and show you these socks, and then I'll put them on, switch them on full whack, give it an hour, and I'll let you know if these socks work or not. Because if anyone else suffers from cold feet and they work, then that'll be brilliant. Right, I'll spin this camera around and we'll have a look at these socks. Right, these are the socks. They're called Bubba Care. As you can see, they're like really quite long. In the ends, it's got like it's like underfloor heating, if you like. So all the way up, it's like ribbed, working its way up, which is supposed to warm your feet up. At the top, you've got this wire, and inside a little pocket, you got a battery with different settings on it. So I'll stick these on, stick them on full whack. Hopefully they'll do the trick. I'll let you know in about an hour's time what the outcome is. Okay, it's an hour later. Just a quick update for you. It's all good news. My feet are warm. I've left them switched on for about an hour now, and I've got to say, definite improvement. So it's a big thumbs up from me for socks that heat your feet up with batteries in them. If you need some, I got them from Amazon. They weren't very dear. I think they were about 20 quid, something like that. But if you suffer from bad cold feet, 100% get some of these socks, because it makes a massive difference, and it just like makes the whole experience just more enjoyable, because like there's nothing worse than cold feet. So yeah, happy with these, and glad I bought them. Right, I'm going to get my head down now, lights off, might have a little bit of YouTube before I go to sleep, but I'll say good night to you, and I'll catch you first thing in the morning. Morning. Oh, that were a good sleep. Got about 6 hours from about midnight till 6 o'clock, which it's just turned now. Just before I went to sleep, like, the wind completely disappeared altogether. There was no wind whatsoever, not even in this tent. Yeah, so that were really good. Really enjoyed that. I don't know what it's like outside. I've not had a look yet, so I'll have a look in a minute. Get the door open, get the kettle on, have a brew, think about packing up once I've had a brew and everything, and gonna hike back into Edale again. I think I'll go through the wool packs, back round that way, and in, rather than just straight back down Jacob's Ladder, just to make it a bit of a circular as I come round. Hopefully the weather's decent. I'm sure it'll be misty out there at the minute, but I'll have a look in a minute. I'll show you what it's like. Yeah, but really enjoyed that last night. Really good. Had a really good chill as well, listening to some music. Had a bit of YouTube, bit of Kindle as well. So I've done a bit of everything. So really enjoyed that. Oh yeah, that's a nice brew. That's me up out the tent. I've had my coffee, I've got up, and now I'm going to think about packing away. The weather's really nice, well, nice enough. It's still early, there's no wind, no rain, so perfect conditions really for a nice hike back down into Edale through the wool packs. Let's give you a quick spin round, show you where I've been for the night. So there's the tent. Not a bad little pitch really. Nice views. Bit of a bonus that there's no mist this morning really, so that's good. Just down off the edge, as you can see. Right, I'm going to think about packing away then. Get my stuff together in the backpack, get the tent down, and head off back into Edale. Well, that's me, all packed away. I've checked around, there's no signs of any litter, any tent pegs left behind, so it's now time to head on down to Edale. When I get back to the car, I'll turn the camera on and say a quick goodbye. So you can see where I've come from so far. Over there in the distance is No Stool, the little rocks on the right hand side. If I pan the camera around, you can see Jacob's Ladder going up the side of the hill, and right in the bottom of the valley there, that's the start of Jacob's Ladder. going off into the Vale of Edale. I'm just going to work my way around the edge of the wool packs here along the side. I'm coming around this edge because I'm thinking it's going to be really boggy in the middle, so I'm going to work my way around the edge and hope that it's not quite so boggy. Well, I've worked my way through the wool packs now and I've got as far as Crowden Brook. There's plenty of water coming down, to be fair. Let me just turn the camera around and I'll show you Crowden Brook. As you can see, plenty of water coming down. Lovely view from up here. Right, I'm going to head on and carry on down towards Edale. Well, that's me nearly back in Edale. It's been a good camp. I've enjoyed my night out. Hope you enjoyed watching it as well. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra for now.